Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the Capricorn New Moon Circle. I want to wish you a very happy new year. It's good to be back. First new moon of this brand new year of 2021. Wow, we're off to a good start. I hope everyone's off to a good start. My name is Mary Dew. I'm the Moon Lady, and I am very glad to be back with you on the eve of this auspicious new moon. The Capricorn new moon is actually coming overnight tonight in just a few hours, just about 4 hours away. It comes at midnight here in the east, in the eastern time zone of the U.S. And this Capricorn new moon is really, it's the first new moon of the year, but it's actually really setting the tone for the whole year that lies ahead. So it is a very, very important new moon. So I'm glad that you could be here to join me for this global circle this evening. You might notice I have a little extra bling going today, and I want to send a shout out to Omkar Dharma in Sicily. She sent me a lovely offering today and this cool hat, and so I have a new head covering for the new year. And so let's go ahead and open our circle to begin. So wherever you are, just give yourself the next 45 minutes to an hour to just check out from the outer world and come inside to the inner world and to work with this new moon in Capricorn. Finding a comfortable seat wherever you are. If you are sitting on the floor, as I am, I always like to rock side to side, maybe lifting up on the right hip, lifting up on the left hip, and really getting those sitting bones connecting with the floor, with the earth. If you're sitting in a chair, plant both feet firmly on the earth so that you're connecting with the earth. Today is going to be all about the earth and all about grounding. You know, Capricorn is an earth sign, and it calls us to ground. Capricorn is about structure, organization, foundation, and so we'll talk a little bit about that today and setting a nice foundation for those big dreams that we set into motion around the winter solstice and around this last full moon, this Cancer full moon that we just had at the end of December. And so find that comfortable seat. Take your palms face down on your knees and adjust your grounding. Maybe roll the shoulders up and back a couple of times. Good. And then close your eyes. And allow yourself to go inside and really tune in to your breath. Taking a deep, deep inhale in through the nose. Drawing the breath down deep into the belly, allowing the belly to expand, the ribs to expand, the chest to lift, the spine to lengthen. Drop the shoulders, reaching up through the crown of the head. Deep breath in. And then exhale. And on this first breath, sigh it out through the mouth. Really let something go. And drop into your seat, feeling yourself grounded. Another deep inhale, rolling the eyes up to the third eye, feeling the body expand as you fill up with breath. Deep inhale through the nose. And for this exhale, let's exhale through the nose with control, keeping the length in the spine as you exhale, but following the breath, visualizing it spiraling back down the spine as you draw the navel in to press the breath out. And feel yourself balanced. One more deep breath in, collective deep breath to unite our circle, to unite our breath. And this time as you exhale, exhale through the nose, but visualize the breath going out through the heart, clearing out your heart space, opening up your heart space. Pause here with the breath held out. Creating a vacuum. Whenever there's a vacuum, the universe wants to fill it. So take a deep breath in through the heart, drawing in beautiful light in through your heart. And then exhale. Send it back out through the heart. We're clearing out that heart space, opening and clearing that big, expansive heart space so that we can fill it up with light, the light of the new moon. I like to open our circles by calling in the directions. So stay where you are in that comfortable seat and continue a long, slow, deep breath in and out through the nose. Turn and face the east. The season of spring, the element of fire. The east is the void, the great mystery, the place where all things begin, the direction of new beginnings and infinite possibilities. We welcome the east to our circle this evening. Turn and face the south. The season of summer, the element of earth, the direction of love and of beauty. South is the container. And so we open our container of our circle for this evening, our global circle, welcoming everyone who's here right now and everyone who might watch later. Turn and welcome the west. The season of autumn, the element of water, the time of falling leaves. The west teaches us about release, letting go, and the good that comes from letting go of that which no longer serves us. Welcome the west to our circle this evening. And turn and face the north. The season of winter, the element of air, the direction of knowledge and wisdom, and of vitality and power. We welcome the north and the element of air to our circle this evening. Take your hands up, heart up, look up, and welcome Pachatata, Father Sky, to our circle this evening. We welcome this Capricorn New Moon and all the stars and the clouds. Thank you to Father Sky, Pachatata, for the inspiration, and welcome to our circle this evening. Take your palms down to the earth and welcome Pachamama, Mother Earth, to our circle this evening. Give thanks to Pachamama. She always grounds us and holds space for our circle. We thank her for being here this evening. Bring the left palm to the heart center. Place the right palm over the top, feeling your heartbeat beneath your palms. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Filling up your heart with that breath, that life force, pranic energy. And honoring the divine spirit within each and every one of us and the heartbeat that connects us all. Connecting our heartbeats to each other, every member of the circle, and connecting our heartbeats with the heartbeat of the earth. And so we open our container for this evening. And welcome. Before we begin to talk a little bit more about this Capricorn New Moon, let's go ahead and tune in with the Kundalini Tuning. So rub the palms together at the center of your chest. Rub, 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 pressing firmly, connecting the knuckles, connecting the fingertips, connecting the palms, creating some heat, some energy between your palms. And then press them together firmly, sealing the palms from the heels of the palms all the way to the fingertips. Bring them into the heart center. We'll tune in with the two-part Kundalini Tuning, the Adi Mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Now bow to the divine teacher within 3 times on 3 separate breaths with a long, deep breath in between. And sip in 4 sniffs of air in through the nose. We'll go right into the Mangala Shana Mantra. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name. Sat Gure Name, Siddhi Gurudev Name. Again, 3 times, 3 separate breaths, but with 4 sniffs of air in between. Close your eyes, roll them up to the 3rd eye point. Take a deep breath in, pressing the palms together. Exhale, and let's begin with a deep breath in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Again. Om Namo Kundalini Namo. Om Namo Kundalini Namo. Horses. Atkure Name, Chikatkure Name, Satskure Name, Sri Gurudeva Name. Atkure Name, Chikatkure Name, Satskure Name, Sri Gurudeva Name. Last one. Atkure Name, Chikatkure Name, Satskure Name, Sri Gurudeva Name. Now take in 16 sniffs of air. Really fill up the belly, fill up the rib cage, the chest, the lungs, the heart. Pause at the top with the breath held in. And exhale. And as you exhale without opening the eyes, turn the palms up on the knees in a gesture of receptivity. Pause here with a deep breath in. And exhale, and repeat to yourself either silently or out loud 3 times. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. Take another couple deep breaths on your own here in this space of receptivity, in this space of openness, and in this safe space of the container of our circle for this evening. Be here and breathe, and I'll share with you a little bit about this Capricorn New Moon. So, first off, I'll just say, I don't know about you, but wow, the energies of the new year have definitely been feeling different to me than the energies of 2020, and yet somehow, especially today, for me anyways, boy, it felt intense, and it felt like there perhaps are still a few things maybe hanging on from 2020. And upon doing a little research, I follow several different astrologers. I love Pam Gregory and Molly McCord on YouTube. They're awesome. And I also watched a beautiful new moon meditation today with my dear friend who I love as well, Divinely Gia. She's also on YouTube. And they all mentioned something that made a lot of sense to me. Tonight's new moon is coming at 23 degrees of Capricorn, and the moon is also lining up conjunct with the sun in Capricorn. And over the next couple of days as well, the planet Pluto is still in Capricorn and conjunct with the sun. And so there's a pretty powerful force going on there at 23 degrees of Capricorn. And you might remember, if I remind you, 23 degrees of Capricorn is where we had, same time last year in 2020, January 2020, I believe January 12th, we had Saturn and Pluto at 23 degrees of Capricorn, conjuncted at 23 degrees of Capricorn. And that was right before all of it hit the fan. It was right before all the kind of COVID hit the world. And so, not saying that that's going to happen again at all, but this energy is somewhat reminiscent of that energy of 2020, and yet it's different. And I think what it's calling to us to do right now is to take a look back at where we were a year ago with the conjunction of Saturn and Pluto at 23 degrees of Capricorn, and allow ourselves to take a moment and just reflect on how far we've come and think about the lessons that we've learned between January 2020 and now in this past year. And, you know, how have we perhaps permanently changed in this past year? I think, you know, most of us probably have. It's been an epic year It's been life-changing. It's still going. The energies are still kind of flying all around, and yet here we are grounding together. And when we ground, I think we start to realize, this energy of Capricorn is definitely pushing us to get it together and to kind of lay the foundation for the big dreams that we started really dreaming in December, like I said, and really toward the end of last year. And I think what's different about this energy now, as opposed to the energy this time last year, is that many things have fallen away. A lot of the structures that Capricorn was kind of shaking up last year, those old structures, those old paradigms have kind of crumbled, or they are crumbling. And I think it calls to us to dig into that earth energy of Capricorn and to ground, to be in our physical bodies. We also made this transition into 2021, which, if you're into numerology at all, I'll share a little numerology from Num Huddy in this circle as well. But just kind of overview of 2021. If you add up the numbers, the 2, the 0, the 2, and the 1, you get a 5. And 5 is the number of the physical body. And so it's a big year for really getting into our bodies and realizing that the answers that we seek, the peace that we seek, is not outside in the chaotic world. You might even feel right now energetically that really kind of since that shift that we had at the winter solstice, it's almost like we've got two different worlds on parallel timelines going on. And the real world is the inner world, and the real answers are on the inside. And so I believe that this new moon is calling to us to, like I said, ground into our bodies and to really go inside. And I think I've probably been talking about that for a while now. It seems that, I won't get too much into it, but don't know if you're familiar with the idea of 3D, and then we've been living in this three-dimensional world of 3D, and with this new shift, we're moving into the fifth dimension, into 5D. And you may or may not be feeling it already. Those energies are definitely swirling, but the idea being that in 5D, we're really called to presence. Very, very important to be present and to be in our body. Whereas maybe, over the last year, maybe for many, many years prior, we've been kind of running around either in our head or even outside of our body. And now we're kind of being called to come in. And when we go inside and when we deepen our meditations, when we center ourselves in the heart space, by doing that and by really anchoring into these bodies, we establish a foundation from which we can travel in these on these paths. And perhaps many different timelines, but grounding back into the body each time so that we always have our center right here at the heart. And remember that we are ultimately conduits of light. The earth below us, we connect with our sitting bones, sending down a grounding cord energetically into the earth, always connected with Mother Earth. You can always do that if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, if you're ever feeling ungrounded. Send that grounding cord down to the earth, and the crown reaches up, drawing in light from above. And here at the heart center is where the earth energy comes up from below, the light comes from above, meets right here in our center. We are the conduit of light, we are the hollow bone, and we are capable of anything. That is another message of this Capricorn New Moon, is that now the big dreams that we allowed ourselves to dream in December, the energies are shifting right now. You might have some days where you feel really confident and inspired and ready to go. You may have other days when it all feels like it grinds to a halt and you're consumed with perhaps a lot of emotion, maybe stuff coming up from the past. Capricorn is definitely an energy of the past. And just allow those emotions and energies to come through you. And you know, the moon is definitely tied to emotion. And so you can be more emotional around the new moon and or around the full moon. New moon's great time for setting new intentions, but also a really good time to reflect. And with this Capricorn energy, to perhaps let go of those last few bits of the past, of the lessons from 2020, reflect on those, decide what you're going to keep and move forward with, and let the rest go. And so on that, let me share with you, I always like to open up our circle by drawing us a moon card, and this is generally, lately, my favorite deck, the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And so the card that I drew for today fits right in with what I just said. And it's amazing how the synchronicities happen, right? It is release. Number 27, release. And so 27, if you add the 2 and the 7, you get a 9, which is a number of completion, and you get the message of release. And if you can see that, it's basically she's throwing herself back and just letting go, opening her heart. And here's what it says about release on this Capricorn New Moon. It says, let it go. It is time to release anything that does not serve you. Old negative habits do not engage you anymore, as the payoff is not enough. You're ready to make room for bigger, brighter, more aligned things. The secret to effectively releasing what no longer serves you is, in fact, knowing that the payoff will indeed be worth it. And the affirmation that goes along with this says, I freely release what I no longer need. So maybe just repeat that to yourself. I freely release what I no longer need. Beautiful message. And so we'll start off with a little bit of release, and I thought that to just kind of get our body moving today, which is just a really basic warm-up series, but let's think of this series in this way. So I was just going to kind of run through it, and then we'll put the music on and do it together. So we're going to start with the Sufi Grind. And with the Sufi Grind, really root down through your root chakra. So let yourself root down to the earth as you're moving in the Sufi Grind, and really activate that first chakra energy of security, of stability, of foundation. We'll take it in both directions, and then we'll come to a spinal flex. And as you do the spinal flex, kind of tap into your second chakra, to your identity. And really, as you move and as you flex and as you breathe and focus on the third eye point, tap into your second chakra and feel yourself as if you're sitting on the throne of your own sovereignty, claiming and owning your sovereignty. And then for the third part, we'll bring the arms up to a 60-degree angle. We'll bend the fingertips down to the pads beneath, tilt the wrists out so the thumbs come up, and we'll go into a breath of fire with the aura cleanse, or the ego eradicator, activating the third chakra energy, our strength, our instinctive center, our courage. So we'll activate that lower triangle with our warm-up today. Don't overthink it, but just kind of think of those things as you're moving and as you're breathing. Take a deep breath in, bring the palms down on the knees, roll the eyes up to the third eye point, and let's begin. Rolling to the waist. Inhale forward, exhale back. Lead to the heart, draw the heart forward on the inhale, draw the heart back on the exhale, arch forward, round it back. Breathe deeply, and go deep into the third eye space. Roll it in. 60 degrees. Bend the fingers into the pads. Thumbs up. Breath of fire. Focus on the third eye. 3 minutes. Pumping the navel. Activating that third chakra energy of your strength. Go. You got this. Slowly exhale as you float your arms down through your aura, bringing the fingertips all the way down to the earth. Touching Mother Earth and feeling yourself grounded once again. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, turn the palms up on the knees and come back to that gesture of receptivity. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Beautiful, and let's talk a little more about the moon. So what else did I want to share with you this evening? Let's take a look. Let me read you a little something from astroseek.com. I also like to read the little descriptions in astroseek.com. This is a good site you can go to if you want to actually look up the moon phases. It lists all the moon phases and the astrology and the timing of the different moon phases. And it has a little blurb about each moon. And this one says, you might have a strong need for being useful to the society, and you look for justification in the outside world. You may underestimate what you want from yourself and for yourself. Shyness may be accompanied by resentment of the fact that others ignore you. Do not seek approval from the outside. It will not help you get rid of your doubt, and it's harmful to you. You have to trust your inner values. And so there's that message again about going inside. You know, Capricorn, I mentioned it's about structure, also about power. And with the sun in Capricorn, the moon in Capricorn coming conjunct with Pluto in Capricorn, Pluto is about transformation, but it can also be about power, and it can really intensify things. And so we may see some more, especially in this month of January, some more of this breaking down of structures. It may still feel like some more instability out there for sure. And that really invites us to keep going within, and really keep grounding. I think nothing is more important for us right now in this month of January, coming into this new year, than just making sure that we're grounding and keep coming back to that grounding, keep coming back to the inside. And so, staying heart-centered, anchoring to the earth, grounding, all of those. Think about those things as you start to think about your new moon intention as we set our new moon intentions for today. I'll read you a little bit, as I mentioned before as well, from Nam Huddy, who does the Tantric Numerology. You might notice her Tantric Numerology in the 3HO emails, or you might be on her email list. And I thought it was interesting what she had to say in her January forecast. She said, 2020 was the year of the box and feeling trapped by the four walls surrounding us. We are now ever so ready to think outside the box, recycle the box, bury the box, or whatever it takes to create a new starting point. The overall number for 2021, as I mentioned, is the number 5, and the number 5 is transformation. This will happen through the 5 senses, through the 5th body, the physical body, as I mentioned, and through the earth element. 5 is also a number of adventure, and there's a new boldness sparking our sense of possibility. 2021 is the beginning of a powerful shift, and the number 5 represents change and the motivating momentum required for personal breakthroughs. So we have all the opportunities, and the only thing that really could be standing in the way of us connecting with the big dreams is ourself and our own limitations. And so can we challenge ourselves to basically step out of our own way and allow these limitations to fall away and make room for these personal breakthroughs and for this transformation and for these big dreams, these big goals we've set for ourselves. And so as we come into our meditation for this evening and as we set our intentions for this evening, I'd just like to do our meditation with the intention in our hearts. And so think about your intention for not just this new moon, but your intention to set the tone for the entire year of 2021. And perhaps it comes from the lessons learned in 2020. And we set this new intention as we step into 2021, and we place that in our heart. So as you do that, realize that as we make our big moves towards the big dreams, sometimes, I think it was Molly McCord, the astrologer on YouTube, that likened it to the feeling of coming up to a fence. Perhaps we've had this fence of maybe security around some of our inner boundaries, and now we're challenging ourselves to go beyond that fence. So as that fence falls away, it's exciting because it's new uncharted territory that we're stepping into, but that fence can also be representative of a bit of fear that might come up. And so if we know this, and if we're aware of this, again, coming back into that presence, and if we are in touch with the fact that these emotions might be coming up and the fact that fears might be coming up just as we're about to make these breakthroughs, then maybe it's just a little easier to push past any self-doubt, push past any fear that does come up, and get beyond it. Because the possibilities that lie beyond are really beyond anything that we could even imagine. As we move from 3D into 5D, that's the thing, the world becomes so much more expansive. This 3D world felt big, and yet when you start thinking in terms of 5D and expand it out to the entire universe, wow. You know, the possibilities at that point are endless, and you are capable of anything. And so it's in our psyche, it's in our human nature, when we take on big new challenges, when we step into what we call the void, the great mystery. The east represents the void, the new beginnings, the infinite possibilities are there, but it also looks like darkness, it also looks empty, and it can look scary. But just know, number one, we've got each other, and we are supporting each other with this container. And know that you've got your own back as well, and that by going inside and trusting that the universe is going to help you manifest these dreams. You don't have to know how, you don't have to think or think through it. In fact, right now, as we come into presence, it's more about being and less about thinking, and realizing that in this new 5D reality, the way that we manifest is just opening up to it and not thinking, not planning too much, but more allowing, surrendering. And so with all of that in mind, think about what you would like to set as your first new moon intention of the year, and perhaps your overview to set the tone for 2021 for this new year. And I always invite you to come up with an intention for yourself, and also perhaps come up with an intention for the planet or for the collective that you want to send out as well. And that could be something as simple as world peace. That could be something as simple as being kinder to the earth. Sending energy to clean water, sending energy to the trees, sending gratitude to Pachamama, any of those things. And if you don't have an intention coming up right here on the spot, know that that's okay as well. And like I said, the new moon isn't actually coming until overnight tonight. For us here in the East, again, it's at midnight, just about a little over 3 hours away now. So if you want to sleep on it and think about what intention, the new moon energy lasts about 24 hours before and 24 hours after the actual new moon time. So you've got plenty of time to focus in on your intentions. But this Capricorn energy does call you to focus. And so allow yourself to focus on these intentions. So let's go ahead and bring the left palm to the heart center, bring the right palm over the top, take a deep breath into the heart. And as you exhale, release the palms from the heart, opening up that heart space. And bring the hands together in front of your solar plexus, in front of your third chakra at the navel center. This is, again, the seat of your strength, your confidence, your courage, your instinctive center. Bring the fingertips together. So the fingertips on the right hand, corresponding fingertips on the left hand. And you're holding this mudra almost as if you're holding a globe of light. Imagine that you're either holding the globe of light, or maybe you're holding the planet. Maybe you're holding the sun. That can be whatever you want to hold in front of your solar plexus, pressing the fingers together firmly, but holding the shape of that globe. Close your eyes, roll them up to the third eye point, and we're going to hold our intention in our heart as we do this meditation. So this meditation, very simple. It's just simple, holding the mudra, the drishti, the eye focus, again, eyes closed, rolled up to the third eye point, and the breath is this. So you're going to inhale through the curled tongue, or curled lips actually, rounded lips. Inhale through rounded lips, in through the mouth. Exhale through the nose. And when you exhale fully, pause. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale through rounded lips. Pause. Pause between the breaths very slowly. And we're going to do it to an 8 count. So you're going to inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And exhale nose, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale nose, 2. Well, you know what? Just follow along. Let's do it with the music. So take a deep breath in. Hold your mudra. Close the eyes. Roll them up. Inhale through rounded lips. Exhale nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through rounded lips. Inhale rounded lips. Exhale nose. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Now take a little longer breath this time. Inhale through the nose. Keep inhaling, keep inhaling, keep inhaling, keep inhaling, keep inhaling. Pause. Exhale mouth. Keep exhaling, keep exhaling, keep exhaling. Pause. Inhale mouth. Exhale nose. 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale nose. 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale mouth. Inhale mouth. 5, 6, breath in through both nostrils. Hold the mudra. Keep inhaling, keep inhaling. Keep inhaling, sipping a little more air, a little more air. Hold the breath in. Drop on your root lock. Navel in. And exhale. Turning the palms up on the knees in that gesture of receptivity. Pause here. Bring the left palm to heart center. Place the right palm over the top. And come back to your intention or intentions. And activate those intentions in your heart by the power of the prana in your breath with a deep breath into the heart. And as you exhale, send out light from your heart. Those intentions are already manifest on this new moon, this first new moon of the year. So before we close our circle for this evening, I always love to read the update, the new moon update from the Power Path. It's written by a wonderful woman, my friend, my teacher, my soul family, Lena Stevens. She's awesome, and here's what she had to say about today's Capricorn New Moon. Said, this new moon is all about support and building a new container where your support is coming from within and your own inner wisdom and not so much from the outside and outside sources of support. This may be a big change and different from expectations you've had in the past. If you continue to expect support from old structures, you may be disappointed. Self-doubt can also surface as something to work through as you question yourself or feel unsupported by what has supported you in the past. As this is a new time, it requires a shift in your trust and your sense of inner strength, your intuition, your abilities, your talents, your new ideas, and inspiration. This is a perfect time to plant a seed for something new. We got that. And then trust that it will take root. Coming back to that root chakra again. Very important, the grounding. This is not only for yourself and your personal intentions, but for the planet as well. So hold those intentions. Know that those intentions are already taking root. Keep connecting with your root, with your lower triangle. Keep grounding. That mudra, holding that mudra there in front of your solar plexus and in that breath where you're inhaling through the mouth, exhale nose, exhale mouth, alternating back and forth, or any sort of breath work. That's a wonderful way to keep yourself grounded during these times as well. You can do that pretty much anywhere before you go into a meeting if you need a little extra strength, or before you sit down to dinner with your family if you need a little extra strength, or you're at work and you've got a Zoom meeting and you need a little extra strength, whatever it is. Use that as a tool and keep coming, grounding in and grounding into this physical body. We'll continue these themes. Really, this whole month of January is going to be about going inside and the idea of releasing self-doubt. Our next circle will be in just a couple weeks, just 2 weeks from tomorrow on Wednesday, January 27th, also at 8 p.m. Eastern, back here on 3HO Facebook Live. And that is for the Leo Full Moon Circle, and the theme of courageous vulnerability. And so you can kind of set the tone for that for your January. Stay in this intention from this Capricorn New Moon, setting your intention of your big dream for the new year, and think about leading, coming into this month with courageous vulnerability. And the Leo full moon at the end of the month is going to support you in that as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll close our circle for this evening. Time flies. It's been wonderful being with you guys this evening. Let's go ahead and close the circle in the container by first releasing the directions. So bring your left palm back to the heart center one more time. Place the right palm over the top. Close your eyes, breathing into the heart. And reconnecting with your heartbeat beneath your palms with the beautiful purple sacred heart, the purple flame within you. Recognizing the divinity within you, the divine teacher within each and every one of us. Connected by our heartbeats. We bring our palms to the earth. We give thanks to Pachamama, Mother Earth, for supporting our circle this evening and always supporting us every step of the way, especially right now in these changing times in the world. We take our palms up, hearts up, look up, and we thank Pachatata, Father Sky. We thank this Capricorn New Moon and the stars and the clouds. We turn and face the north. We give thanks to the north, to the season of winter, to the element of air, to the west, to the season of autumn and the element of water, to the south, the season of summer and the element of earth, and to the east, the season of spring and the element of fire. Rub the palms together at the center of your chest. Press them firmly together as you draw the thumbs into the heart center. Forearms come parallel to the earth. Close the eyes, roll them up to the third eye with a deep breath in. Exhale. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Take a deep breath in to close and seal this class with one long Satnam. Sat Nam. Satnam. Aho. And Namaste. I'll see you back here in just a couple of weeks. New moon blessings to you all, and thank you for being here tonight.